Welcome into Soda City Living. Today I want to show you one of my favorite recipes, and it has a lot to do with natural South Carolina produce. One of the best things about living in South Carolina is that we do have so many fresh produce options, especially in the summer, and one of the greatest things, in my opinion, is peaches. So today I'm going to show you how to make a fresh peach cobbler. So of course, to start, you're going to need 8 peaches, and I am making 2 batches today, so I'm going to double everything that we're doing. We're going to cut it into thin slices. If you prefer to peel it, you can. I don't prefer that, so I just rinse them really well and then of course core them and slice them up. I'm going to show you how to cut a peach really quickly. I have kind of perfected this system, I think, at least. If you have a better way, let me know. But I take the knife and go around the peach. Be really careful. Twist to open it in half and pick out that core, and then you're just going to slice. You can get it done really quickly, which of course when you're working with so many peaches here, you want to get this part done fast because it's boring. Peaches are one of my favorite fruits, and I don't think there's really much better than when peaches are at their peak in maybe July, August, starting in June though. My mom is allergic to peaches though, which is no fun. My dad's patients, many of them have orchards in the upstate, so we always get gifted every summer with so many baskets of peaches. My mom is so allergic that we keep them in the garage, and then when I come to visit, my dad gifts me more peaches than I can eat. So that is the reason we are making 2 cobblers today. I know our sports director, Rick Henry, would tell you that you can only get peaches from McBee, South Carolina, and those are definitely really good. But these came from my dad's patient who lives in Inman, South Carolina. I've never made peach salsa before, but I'm very intrigued by that. And I don't think it would be that hard. Peach jam, peach preserves. I do want to try that, although I might leave the jam to our friends at Soccer Jams. They have a really good peach bourbon and something else jam that's just amazing. Our bowl of fresh cut peaches is all ready, so now we're going to make the kind of, I guess you could call it a sauce that goes with it. So I'm going to put in some white sugar, brown sugar, cornstarch, and our spices, which is cinnamon and nutmeg for this recipe. That's all it takes. I'm going to mix this up. The last step here is a little bit of lemon juice from about half of a lemon. That's what I'm using. And stir it up. And you're probably thinking, how is this going to turn into a sauce? Well, when it mixes with the juice from the peaches, it will come together beautifully, and it already smells so good. We're going to pour this in with the peaches and stir it up. There are so many peaches here. Oh my gosh. So we've got our peaches all mixed in with the spices and sugar. We're just going to dump it into our big baking tray. Looks like we've got some extra. And this is going to go in the oven. I preheated it at 425. And that gives us time for about 10 minutes to put together the topping. Next, for the topping, you're going to need flour, white sugar, and brown sugar to start. So I'm going to put that in our big bowl here. Then we've got some baking powder and salt. And for the final part, you're going to need some chilled butter, so right out of the fridge, 6 tablespoons for 1 serving, and you're going to cut it up into pieces. Make sure your hands are clean for this part, or you have a pastry cutter, because we're going to flake it into the mixture. If you've never done this before, you want the final mixture to be kind of like a coarse kind of texture, and you're just kind of going to sift it between your thumb and your fingers into the flour mixture. That's going to make it really flaky. And fun fact, this is actually how I make biscuits as well, and that gives it that flaky texture. And usually when I make recipes like this, whether it's a cobbler of some sort or a pie, anything with a topping, Usually the topping is kind of my favorite part, so I'll double it. That's never a bad idea. The last step for our topping here is to add a 1/4 cup, or if you're doubling it, 1/2 cup of water, and stir it all together. You'll want kind of a doughy consistency here. We're going to keep the oven on because we're going to need that in just a minute. We're going to just dollop our topping all over the cobbler. Next, I'm going to make some cinnamon sugar to go on top. Now it's time to take it back to the oven. All right, it's time to take our peach cobbler out of the oven. I am so excited because the whole studio smells amazing. Look at that. Perfectly crispy on top. That's exactly what you want to see. And it's overflowing. That's my fault, but it's okay. It's about time to serve this up. I'm so excited. See if I can do this without spilling. I'm not too confident, but it'll be all right. Just add some vanilla ice cream and you are good to go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you right after this back on Soda City Living.